We are saddened to announce the death of our beloved Marcel Edwin, better known as Marcelos or Los, of Testania Highway Library, who passed away at the St. Jude Hospital on Sunday, February 19, 2023, at 3:20 p.m. He was 58 years old. He was employed with the Ministry of Agriculture and Department of Fisheries as Extension Officer. He also worked in collaboration with the Marine Unit, Southern Division, SPC. He was predeceased by his mother, Cecil Edwin, also known as Nessil of Labrie, and father, Stephen Best, also known as Buck of Labrie. Left to mourn, his wife of 35 years, Richlyn Edwin, employed as a nurse assistant in the medical ward at St. Jude's Hospital. His two sons, Bill Edwin, residing in England, Miguel Simeon of Labrie. Two grandchildren, Imani Edwin in England and Miles Simeon of Darso. His sisters, Jennifer Drakes and her husband Lennox Drakes of Castries. Paula Euphroisna, also known as Nula, residing in Martinique. Zephyrin Alphonse, residing in England. Anne Rigobert and her husband Celesta Edwin, also known as Billy, who was also his caretaker. Clava Edwin, all of Labrie. Magella Forsyth, employed with the Permanent Mission of Trinidad and Tobago to the United Nations and resides in New York. His brothers, Gregory Edwin, also known as Mr. G, residing in New York. Sylvester Edwin, also known as Yai, proprietor of Edwin Brothers Electrical Rewinding Establishment. Edward Placid, also known as Teacher Lee, both of Labrie. His daughter-in-law, Tyler Page Edwin, residing in England. His nieces, Leanne Blass and family in England. Melinda Drakes, residing in Trinidad and Tobago. Fenella Edwin. Ardella Edwin, both residing in New York. Keosha Edwin, residing in Maryland. Chevelle Edwin. Kyla Odlum. Lornell Edwin and family. Leanne Beausoleil and family. Sheena Placid, Olive Labrie. His nephews, Bovon Drakes and family residing in England, Wayne Drakes of Bonteg, Rosalie, Paula Rudy and family in France, Paula Mervyn and family in Martinique, Kervin Edwin in New York, Neil Francis and his wife of Choiseul, Sterner Edwin of Castries, Joshua Edwin of Choiseul, Royston Alphonse, Len Beausoleil and his wife, Liam Placid, Lynn Placid, all of Labrie. Leiden Clive and family in Canada, Ed Clive and family of Choiseul, J. Clive and family in Canada. His brothers-in-law, Joshua Errol George of Cateauge, Paula Claude residing in Martinique, Errol Thomas of Saltibus. His sisters-in-law, family of the deceased Alexis Judith George, Minerva George and family in Guyana, Carmen Thomas and family of Saltibus, Cleota Edwin in New York. His aunts, Priscilla St. Helen and family, Bernadette Isaac and family, both of Saltibus, family of deceased Magdalena Thomas and family of Saltibus and Castries. His uncles, Melford Edward and family in England, Rosando St. Helen, better known as Dado and family of Castries. His grand-nephew and nieces, Bella Edwin, Alexis Drakes, Faith Edwin, Catalina Edwin, Caden Edwin, Kenley Edwin, Cushon and Curlin Tommy. His cousins, Aruba and family of Ancillary Canneries, Dawn and Dane St. Helen, Seba, Leona, Merle, Julian, and Nikki. Cherished friends, Lena Samuel, also known as Boat Boy of Labrie, who was also his caretaker, Owen Eugene of Lahore Labrie, Willie Holder, Sarah George, residing in England, Lambert Vitalis, also left to mourn. The Rosemond family of Park Estate, Saltibus, the Best family of Labrie, Denry and Castries, the Gustave family of Labrie and Castries, the Emmanuel family of Labrie Boss, the Thomas family of Saltibus and Labrie, the Louis family of High Road Labrie, the St. Helen family of Saltibus, the Edwards family of Saltibus and Labrie, the Glasgow family of Labrie and Castries, the King family of Castries, the Joye family of High Road Labrie. Special mention to the doctors and nurses, especially Dr. Kira Natrum, Dr. Ravi Chico, Dr. Keisha Jean, Nurse Elitaire, Nurse Aisha Purcell, Nurse Martha. The staff on medical ward at the St. Jude Hospital, Faces of Cancer, St. Lucia, many other relatives and friends, too numerous to mention. The funeral service for the late Marcel Edwin, better known as Marcelos or Los, of Testanier Highway, Labrie, will be held at the Purification of the Blessed Virgin Mary Catholic Church in Labrie on Friday, March 24th, 2023 at 2:30 p.m. and he will then be laid to rest at the Labrie Cemetery. The body now lies at Rambally's Funeral Parlor, Latony, Vieux-Fort.